So we're backstage at the Calgary Comic and Entertainment Expo with multi-talented Jim Byrnes. So Mr. Byrnes, have you been to the Comic Expo before?
I haven't been to this one in Calgary. My friend Lindsay, Emily Expo herself, asked me to come and do this. We met a few years back. I've been to Calgary many times, going back to the late 70s. Have performed in many venues around here. And I've been to a couple of the last one of these conventions I went to was in Paris about 4 years ago. A similar size, and the cosplay and the various, a lot of anime and artists from various, generally a sci-fi and horror world. And so it's a lot of fun. I'm really having a lot of fun. I'm seeing, the great thing is to see some really old friends that I haven't seen in a long time. For example, Adrian, who I worked with all those years, the star of Highlander, and when you work on a show like that for 5 years, you really form a sort of friendship, and then it's over, and you don't see him again. Another friend of mine who's here that I was so excited to see is Kim Coates from Sons of Anarchy. Kim and I did a movie together 21 years ago, and we just had a ball, became brothers, and that sort of thing. And so to see them, old friends, and then there's some people here who I'm a fan myself, So to be able to run into, for example, Giancarlo Esposito, who I think is just a terrific actor, and so many others. Some people that I don't know, but it's just it's a great opportunity, and I'm digging being here.
Cool, and we are really happy to have you here. So, is there something about yourself or your career that you would want to share with the fans they might not know?
Well, I guess some people know me obviously from the television work I've done, Wise Guy, Neon Rider, Highlander, Sanctuary, and a bunch of other things. But and then there are the people who know me as a musician and didn't realize, oh gee, I never saw you, and then you're an actor. So a lot of people who know me from one or the other, and I find them. They're both a big part of me and my creative process, and people sometimes will ask me which one I prefer, and it's like asking me which one of my children I love more. There's a creative process. There's a germ in me that wants to find the truth and share stories that we all as humans, we find that truth that each and every one of us has, and to try to communicate and share those stories and share that common bond that makes us human. So that's what I'm really striving for, and so next time you see me, whether it's playing music or whether it's on screen, well, now you know why I'm doing it.
Cool, that's amazing. Is there a project that you're working on now? Is there something we can look forward to?
Well, I just put a brand new CD out called St. Louis Times, and it's very personal and very important to me. I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. I've lived in Vancouver for 40 years now, but I still, there's a piece of me that's always back there on the banks of the Mississippi River, and so this was really an important album for me to put together. Obviously, that one's in the can, so we're going to start working on a new one. I'm also, my daughter is, she's working as a production designer now in film and doing a lot of independent videos and stuff. But she really wants to, she has a degree in film production from the University of British Columbia, and her real dream is to write and direct. And we've got a script that our friend Sandy Wilson, who did My American Cousin and Harmony Cats, which was the film I made with Kim Coates. And it's a really interesting script, and she's kind of playing fairy godmother to my daughter and giving it to her to direct. I'm going to be part of putting the music together for it, and so that's something to look for sometime in the future. Obviously, it might happen in 6 months, it might happen in 6 years, because that's the way this business is. But whatever, like I say, I'm striving to find good stories to tell and to communicate with the fans. That's about it.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us.
My pleasure. It's great being here.
And I'm looking forward to seeing your show tonight.
Good. Thanks.
You're welcome.